Okay, this is the ambiguous case for the law of sines when you know two sides and an angle opposite one of them, as opposed to two sides and an included angle. Typically, the way that we determine whether there's 0, 1, or 2 triangles is maybe to draw a little sketch like this. There's angle B, 15 degrees. Here's one of the included sides, A equals 9. And then the side opposite is this little b, which has a length of 7. And we want to know if 7 is long enough to reach this opposite side. And the way that you do that is to picture dropping in altitude from this endpoint, perpendicular to the opposite side. And then what has to be true is that the sine of 15 equals h over 9 in this case. So h equals 9 sine of 15. If 7, or the length of b, is bigger than h, but less than 9, we will have two triangles. Because if you picture this red dashed line on a hinge, since it's longer than h, it will hit here. But since it's less than 9, it won't be out in here. It'll hit again. So we have two triangles. Okay. And here's what those two triangles look like. Here's one of them where we have B hitting out in here and this being an acute angle. And so using the law of sines, the sine of 15 is to 7, its opposite side, as the sine of angle A, and I'll call it A sub 1, is to its opposite side. So the sine of A sub 1 is equal to 9 sine of 15 over 7. So A sub 1 is equal to the inverse sine of 9 sine of 15 over 7. And that's this angle right here. So in this triangle, where A is acute, angle A is about 19 degrees. But you have to realize that your calculator, if you use inverse sine, will only give you the acute angle, but there's also an angle in the second quadrant that has the same sign as angle A sub 1, and that is 180 minus A sub 1. So A sub 2 would be in this triangle over here, where angle A is obtuse, about 161 actually. So that would make this 4 degrees. But you wouldn't want to round off now, you'd round off later. And by the way, to finish solving the first triangle, this angle, C sub 1, big C sub 1, is 180 minus the sum of these two acute angles. And it turns out to be 145. So if you want to find the side opposite C sub 1, little c sub 1 is to the sine of the angle C sub 1, as 7 is to the sine of 15. Or you could also say as 9 is the sine of A sub 1. I'll leave that to you to calculate, and I'll leave it to you to figure out what the missing side in the second triangle is. Okay, so there are two triangles. There you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.